Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Imperial Scholars Podcast. My name is Mitch, my co-host is Cabs, and in today's episode, Cabs, remember last time we covered the meanest, the greenest, the big bad boy, Mr. Grimgor?
Yeah, Grimgor, my man.
The Chad. So today I figured we'd follow with the theme of large green men.
You know, I love myself a large green man.
Yeah, so can you guess what exactly we might be doing today? Given that theme.
I guess we're doing another orc chieftain.
I'm tricked you.
No,
we're not doing an orc boy today. Think of another large green man.
Oh, we're doing a goblin boy.
No.
Goblin boy.
No.
What?
Large?
How many large green men are there?
There's like one last thing for you to pick, bro, for large green men.
Yeah, you're right. No, I got it. Yeah, you're right. Large green man?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Shrek. We're covering Shrek.
We're not doing ogres.
Shrek.
Yeah, who do you think Shrek is? Come on now.
Get
out of my
Shrek.
In the theme of this episode, get out of my swamp. There's your clue.
Yeah, are we not doing Shrek? Like, is this not the Shrek podcast? Am I doing like...
Bro, dog, how is this one? I tried my hardest to make this as evident to you as possible. There's nothing more I can do to give you. There you go.
It's Nurgle.
It's the Nurgle man. It's Grandpa Nurgle. Your favorite.
Grandpa Nurgle. My chaos god.
Yeah, everyone's favorite. The one god that might care about you. Don't worry, because Grandpa loves you. Great grandfather Nurgle, Lord of Decay, Plague, and Pestilence, Entropy made manifest. These are all the signs of the Chaos God Nurgle. So I figured because we went over chaos itself in the past.
We have.
So today I figure going over chaos is quite broad. I figure it's worth doing each god because each god represents a philosophy, an ideology, and also an army to follow through to kind of be like, how do these guys play on the tabletop and in Total War and whatever they appear in, right?
Oh, so we're gonna get into a little bit of philosophy today.
We are, yes. Oh. And Nurgle's probably the most all right. There's so many jokes of the humans in real life who represent the chaos gods, right? I send you these memes all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is with the thing is with Nurgle is that it's basically ultimate black pill.
What do you mean by wait, black pill?
Yeah,
I don't even know. I know red pill and blue pill. And that type of stuff. What is black pill?
Black pill is the idea that nothing matters, nothing you do matters. It's all genetics. It's all fated. Nothing you do can make things better. It's all just fate and rot and decay, brother. It's just all stagnancy. So it's this belief that nothing can get better.
I know it is. So there's the red pill movement, with those dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got black pills, the next level.
Pretty much, yeah. It's the next level of just not making progress and everything sucks ass.
How is Nurgle black pill?
Well, what? I'm glad you asked, because don't worry, that's kind of the idea. So the thing is with followers of Nurgle is that the guys, so Nurgle's pretty prominent in the Empire, right? The Empire of Man, where Sigmar and all those dudes were, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because the thing is that at the end of the day, you look at it and it's the Empire is still pretty much just medieval Germany, right? And it's not exactly back in those days that, medicine was at its highest. It's plague doctors, witch hunters, all this stuff still exists. So plague and just common sickness is pretty just, amongst the lower class of the empire is just a means of life. It's just a common thing,
Yeah, so people are dying or whatever.
Yeah, so you just
time.
Yeah, just people get lung rot, and then it's oh, okay, nothing I can do now because we live in the medieval times and everything sucks ass for medicine. Being here's some leeches, Just try and just try snorting some sulfur, see if this works. Like, that's kind of how they work. So with that in mind, it's kind of this thing of when the lung rot finally kicks in and whatever else, that you've just been sitting there being like, I'm literally just watching my skin just fall off my face day by day. And by God, I'm in so much pain. Please, would someone just do something to grant me some mercy? And that's exactly when Big Grandpa Nurgle tends to reach out his hand and be like, hey man, I got you.
Oh, so like he just finds the people that are dying?
Yeah, he just finds the lowliest dude to just be like, yeah, bro, don't worry. I can grant you release from this insufferable pain of just all the lung rot and decaying flesh. And I'm going to just have you, you know, like I'm going to give you basically immortality, man. How's that sound? You're not going to feel any of this pain anymore. Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of like how he gets his followers then.
Yeah, that's the selling point of Nurgle. That's the marketing scheme of Nurgle. Is like all this pain that you feel will no longer exist. You will not feel pain ever again.
Okay.
It's a pretty good selling point, especially when you consider like these are dudes who are just dealing with ligmarosis or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but like, are you like, do they know that he's like a plague dude or like?
Well, that's kind of the point, is that at that point, who gives a shit? You've already, like, you've literally have the plague.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, sounds good, man. And they genuinely believe, like, this is awesome. This is the best outcome that I could possibly receive. It's to just become a gross, stinky, pus-ridden Nurgle guy.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You sound very skeptical.
Well, I mean, like, no, I could see why, like, the average person, I guess, falls for Nurgle because, you know, like, they're sad that they're, you know, like, gonna die or whatever. So it's maybe like a last ditch resort. Like, imagine a dude with cancer, right?
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
gonna do anything.
Yeah, that is literally what it is, right? I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like Breaking Bad sort of deal, right? Being like, all right, screw it, let's go with it. I want to live. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much, I mean, yeah, and ultimately it's just sort of this doomer mindset, right? Being like, well, the only option I have at this point is like, I'm literally dying anyways. I might as well just turn to Big Grandpa. But then at that point, obviously, you're like kicked out of the Empire and you're like hunted by witch hunters for heresy of worshiping chaos, right? But from there, you just go and just spread disease and plague wherever you can and try to convert everyone else to this. Nurgle's worshippers might be the most active as far as like spreading the good word.
Like they just go around like, but don't people like see that they're like gross or something?
Well, that's what I mean, is that they go around and the Nurgle dudes are like, hey, I have something to offer you. What's that thing of the Space Marine meme? I have something to offer you, Ultramarine. I don't want to hear from you, Death Guard. I bring presents. Aw. And also plague. God damn it. So they literally just bring plague to places so that people have the same option they had before they converted. And it's like, look at these willing followers of Nurgle. That's pretty much the whole way that Nurgle works, man. And obviously, like, these guys go into this, like, whatever, like, forest, they go into whatever town, and they just, you know, poison the watering holes, and then just, like, move on to the next town. Their very presence is enough to just, like, you know, release disease and plague, right?
So they, like, purposely releasing these diseases as followers, or they, like, just happens to be a byproduct? Oh, no. Okay.
It's all on purpose, yep. To just be like, well, I mean, it is a byproduct and it's on purpose. It's like, you know, Plagueis Maximus walks into Reichdorf or whatever, or Altdorf, and then just, you know, him just being there happens to like rot the houses and then like cause spores to just like begin appearing in people's roofs. And then after a few months, everyone's just, you know, slowly dying.
Man, that's such like a crappy thing because then like he basically like strong arms you into joining him, you know?
Oh, he's the most direct, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
every other Chaos God will kind of like give you sort of hush. Well, maybe not Khorne. Khorne's pretty obvious of like what you're signing up for.
Yeah, okay, well yeah, Khorne's like go fight the strongest army dude or whatever, right?
But that's the thing is that yeah, it's like you look at it and it's like, okay, so if someone had that, like lung rot or whatever, could you sign up to Zeech or Khorne and he would be like, I guess I'll do what I can to like help you fix this.
Yeah, like your only option is Nurgle. That's what I'm saying, right? Like he's like strong arming you to join in his forces in a way.
Yeah, it's not really a thing of like you have the option. It's a thing of being like, what other option do you have in reality? Because yeah, it's like you've already got disease and plague. So
so you just might as well join Nurgle.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty headstrong, pretty straightforward, pretty evident. And I mean that's basically the entirety of like the philosophy. But the thing is that once you join Nurgle, you don't actually realize the corruption that is occurring to your body.
What do you mean? Like elaborate on that.
So think of someone. I brought up black pilled earlier because think of someone who's in denial and say someone who's just, you know, not taking care of themselves. Their health is just like going down the shitter. You know, their diet is just crap, and they're just slowly letting themselves go. But they live in denial of the whole thing, right?
Okay, so like maybe like someone like with like an eating disorder is like what you're describing.
Yeah, sure, right? Like an eating disorder, and they're just slowly just like gaining weight, but they're kind of like, no, I don't have a problem. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't even notice it. It's like, dude, you're literally slowly killing yourself as you go. And that is basically what's going on with Nurgle's guys, is being like, they're just getting more rotted and disease ridden. Their intestines are like falling out and stuff. They've got like boils and pus for blood and stuff like this, but they don't even feel it. So it's like, whatever. Who cares? Like mindless drones.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So this is why I said that earlier, right? Like it's understandable to... You can comprehend Nurgle's logic because it's pretty ass backwards. I mean, Nurgle represents despair and Zeech represents hope.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you know, that which makes sense in a weird way, even though Zeech is such a cockwart that I'm like, I don't really know if that's the type of hope that you want, frankly. But anyways, this is a Nurgle episode, not the Zeechian episode. We'll cover that another time.
I really don't like Zeech.
He's a douche, but I mean, you know this.
Yeah, okay, no, that makes sense.
I like I don't like the Chaos Gods because they're all evil monstrosities. Like, this is the point. Like, there's very few actual Chaos worshippers who I would say it's like they're a chill enough guy. They're all pretty shit. But anyways, Nurgle's thing is just, so that's Nurgle worshippers of like mortal worshippers. And from there, you know, there's different levels to becoming a Nurgle worshipper. It's like you might just become a poxwalker and just become this like zombie basically that just kind of drools on itself and walks into places and acts as fodder for people.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, you may aspire to becoming a Chaos Knight of Nurgle, or a Chaos Champion. And which is obviously just some dude who's just also like Nurgle represents physical decay. So one thing I noticed is that Nurgle's guys are often like they have distorted limbs, or their limbs are replaced with like tentacles and stuff. They have giant maws where their stomachs should be. Like it's just weird stuff like that.
I want to see what a champion of Nurgle would look like.
Oh, bro, go ahead and Google it. Let's have a look. Let's have a gander. I'll Google it with you. We can see.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let me see what comes up on my end.
Looks disgusting.
I'm sure I'll get like oh no, okay, yeah, this is what I've seen in the past. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty standard. Yep. I mean, I've seen the minis and I've fought Nurgle before on the tabletop in Age of Sigmar. Like they're pretty gnarly models. And I will say, like, as much as gross as they are, I love these minis.
Oh, they must be like fun to, like, if you're like a really good artist, they must be fun to paint.
Oh, dude, they look so dope. I've seen some really great minis from Nurgle specifically because, I mean, look at them. They're just giant.
Detail.
Yeah, and it's like the detail is the rot. Like, oh, God, there's one here that has he's got a fucking tentacle coming out of the eye socket of the helmet. Ugh.
So, like, does Nurgle's followers like realize that they look this disgusting?
No,
like you're saying that they like, or they just don't care.
They don't realize. They're completely numb to it. If they ever realize, then they feel all of it.
No way.
So if you get a glimpse of like how messed up and contorted you've become, just a zillion poxes and disease hitting you all at once.
You just die, I'm assuming, right?
You know, I don't know if they die, to be honest. They might just feel that for a second and then go back to it. But still, the idea of that is like, ugh, makes my skin crawl.
Awful.
That's awful.
Yeah, that's awful. Oh.
Yeah, bro. Nurgle makes me the most uncomfortable of the Chaos Gods. I gotta be honest. I mean, Slaanesh is also pretty bad, but one thing. Oh, go ahead.
Is there any way for like, let's say like I'm like a cleric or something, right? Can I cure a Nurgle man? Like someone that's like went into like the, like, can I cure any of these like Nurgle things? Like I don't, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Well, okay, hang on. My question is, are you saying can you cure a Nurgle worshiper or just someone with like lung rot?
Both.
A Nurgle worshiper, I mean, the thing is, a Nurgle worshiper, he wouldn't allow you to just be like, oh yes, cleanse me of this. It's like, no, why would you cleanse me of the gifts of Grandpa Nurgle? This is great to me. This is my crack cocaine. Don't take us away from me. This is the one thing that I enjoy is just getting another pustule.
Oh, okay. What about like someone with lung rot? Like, is my only option to go to Grandpa Nurgle, or like, or am I just gonna die? Like,
well, that's the thing is that there is like there are other gods that you can worship. There's the goddess of Isha in the Empire, who is like the goddess of mercy and healing and stuff like this. It's kind of like Hera or like Freya, like in Old Greek or Old Norse mythology, right? Like fertility goddesses and healing goddesses. So people pray to them often, being like, please, just spare me. Like, Nurgle isn't the only one that they go to because, again, you're probably going to get killed for heresy. But, I mean, it's not like Nurgle's plagues are magic necessarily. It's not like they're uncurable. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, some doctors do cure them. And one, I guess this is a good segue to a character, actually, who's a character for Nurgle. He's one of the legendary lords in Total War. This dude was a doctor of the Empire who basically was curing all of these diseases. I'm sure he'll get his own episode in the future. But he was curing all these diseases, and he was like the top guy in the Empire, being like, all right, come back to me in 3 weeks and let me know how you're feeling. And just a miracle doctor, right? It was kind of like Dracula's wife from Castlevania, which I know you haven't watched, so it's a bad example. But anyways, curing everyone and just doing all these miracle cures. And eventually, though, the thing was he was looking at it going like there was just a horrible plague that he just could not figure out. He could not solve this. And he just felt horrible. He's just like, I can't help you guys. I know you rely on me to be this magical soothsayer who just brings all of these poxes down and destroys them and ceases them all. But I can't do anything. I have no clue. And he was so desperate at one point, he just goes, whatever God might be listening, please just give me a clue, give me a sign. I need help here because I can't figure out how to cure this damn thing. And all of the corpses in the mortuary that he was working in just sit up. And they all speak to him the cure. And it's pretty much at that point he realizes no matter how many poxes I cure, no matter how advanced my science becomes, no matter what, the disease will always be too much for me to handle. I will not be able to find a cure for all of these plagues that just render our society and our people. And at that point, he becomes like a human champion of chaos. He becomes a dude by the name of Festus the Leech Lord. and goes from a miracle doctor to a doctor of plague. Like, let me go and find the worst possible, all the ingredients so I can brew the most deadly and vile plague plausible.
Oh, so he just did a 180.
He did a total 180. And I mean, that's most of the Chaos Worshippers, to be honest, is that most of them have good intent. Again, the path to hell is paved through good intent. This miracle doctor who was curing every disease known to man, and all of a sudden he's like, Grandpa, hug me, Daddy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it sounds like all of like their worshippers, like, yeah, it's kind of like they just lost all hope. I can see why you used the black pill reference.
Yes, it was not meant as just like over exaggeration. It was intended to be like, you can understand where this is coming from. Being like, obviously us living in like the first world nation we live in and having all of the like I have a headache and I go and I get like a pill for that, right? I have a hangover, I go and get a pill for that, right? Obviously, it's like a different timeline that's like not quite to our understanding, being like, if I didn't have these options, I could understand it. Dude, I barely get
a pill for a hangover?
Not pill, but you go and get fast food for it. I think there is a pill actually that you can take to like help you. There's like a tonic that you can take for it before you drink.
Just drink more.
Well, there's that too. Yes, but
there is a Nurgle would say.
What do you mean?
More of the soup.
No, Grandpa Nurgle's being like, you're killing my babies. Stop drinking the vodka.
Yeah, more of the soup.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's Slaneshi. Be like, yes, Slaneshi soup. Add a little ecstasy to that vodka tonic. Anyways.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yes. I don't know why my Nurgle or my Slaneshi impression is turning into the Green Goblin, but that's okay.
So what is like Nurgle's purpose? Like what's his goal? Like does he just want to spread a giant plague? Like,
well, the thing is with Nurgle is that it's stagnation. Nurgle is the oldest chaos god because he represents the entropy of life itself, right? Life, death, and rebirth. Right? I mean, think about compost, right? Like we use bone matter and
compost.
You got them Nurgle compost, baby. He loves this garden. Nurgle loves his garden, and he needs that compost to feed his trees.
Nurgle compost.
So yeah, like that's Nurgle's thing. It's being like, well, people, they live, they die, and then the next thing comes up, and then it spreads more plague. The entropy of living. Just like on steroids, being like, no, we're not reaching that entropy fast enough. We gotta like put it into overdrive.
Okay, I get that, but like, let's say the whole world went under Nurgle's plague and he wins as the ultimate chaos god. Let's just say, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just render him useless then?
Well, most of the chaos gods are that way, to be fair. Except I think Slanesh. Maybe Zeech. Well, think of
Slash and Zeech. I feel like no. Korn would just like they would just fight each other then at that point until like there's one dude standing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that would be the extent of it. And then Korn's just like, there's no more blood left to spill. I'm dying.
Yeah, I feel like Korn and like Nurgle die as if they take over the world. Is what I'm getting at.
Pretty much, that is kind of the curse of Nurgle and Korn. I mean, Nurgle's thing, I guess, like guys would live and rot, and then maybe just like random shit would like spawn out of the ground or something. Like that would be enough. To be fair, like even the entropy of just fauna, right?
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't know what would happen. Yeah. I don't know what would happen if Nurgle won. Obviously, I mean, I'm glad he hasn't. Because given his champions, it's pretty disgusting. We haven't actually talked about the garden.
Yeah, before we go into that, I just want to know, who's Nurgle's, like, arch nemesis? Does he have one?
Oh, Zeech.
Oh, it's Zeech.
Yeah. Like, one thing I realize is that Korn and Slanesh are rivals because, in a weird way, they both represent sensation. Like Korn is the sensation of slaughter and rage, right? And Slaanesh is the sensation of ecstasy and pleasure. Tzeentch and Nurgle represent sort of a mindset and a philosophy, whereas like Tzeentch is endless change to the point of just nothing making sense. Nurgle is the thing of endless entropy. It's a philosophical mindset versus like a philosophical emotion, I guess.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like they're constantly butting heads. I think I mentioned once there was a situation where either Nurgle or Tzeentch were attacking Batonia, and the other I think it was Nurgle that started attacking, and then Tzeentch sent in his army to fight Nurgle and save the Batonia because he's that spiteful. Like that's how much they hate each other.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, that kind of stuff happens all the time. And in the realm of chaos, their borders are just constantly like just duking it out between like the little pink horror looking things and a bunch of Nurglings just like slapping each other. It's like a damn flea circus just in endless pain and war.
Yeah, like I assume all chaos gods hate each other, right? But I was just wondering if like, he had like someone that just like really hates him. Or is there like a human god that also really hates Nurgle too?
Well, I think most of the human. Actually, what was interesting reading was that even in the Norskin areas, even Nurgle is kind of shunned by the Norskins. Like Norskin worshippers of Nurgle are kind of like left to the side to be like, all right, you guys do your thing. Like if a tribe is really like into worshiping Nurgle for generations or whatever and being like, yes, to worship Grandpa, we will not shower. And all the other Norskins are like, okay. Sure, dude, you can do that over in the corner. Just, join us for the battle once it starts. I don't want whatever disease you're carrying. Please.
But don't those guys get morphed, though, because they are worshipping Nurgle?
Yeah, that's the thing, is being like, so these dudes are extra poxy. They're extra stank.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all the swamp ass you need.
Oh.
Yeah, bro, it's rough. It's very disgusting. They're in the corner. Not even like coronate dudes are like, fuck off. I don't want this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You can understand why everyone else. It's like Khorne actually hates Nurgle the least, and Khorne hates everybody. But his favorite brother is Nurgle, which kind of makes sense because, they're both pretty much just a thing of like, we both want death. Kill it all.
That's an interesting combo, huh? Khorne and Nurgle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I can certainly see why Slaanesh would hate Nurgle, considering Slaanesh's thing is perfection and like physical beauty.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the Nurgle dude is like, I've got bigger titties than you do.
Yeah, and it's just full of pus.
Exactly. Oh God!
So what is the beautiful garden you were going to talk to me about?
Yes, Nurgle's garden, Nurgle's domain. So Grandpa Nurgle spends all of his time when he's not stewing, like creating broths of foul pox, and just sampling it and like a little marinara to that. He's tending to his lovely garden, which is the Garden of Nurgle, and it is just a horrific place where just the clouds themselves are just like fog and mist of just like thick fumes of just imagine driving by like a sewage processing plant, right? That's what it is, just 24/7, bro. This place is gross.
A lovely garden.
Oh, it's a beauty. I mean, he's got that compost.
Sounds like a great place. Hey, he recycles.
He does recycle. He loves his garden. Vote green for Nurgle. So,
man.
Yeah, just all of these weird trees, which are just like growing weird appendages and just like spores of fumes of pox. One of the things is a Nurgle tree, and I swear to God, you haven't played Peak, but on Peak, there's this thing of like these spores that explode, and this tree has this of like these spores that are like on the on the brink of exploding and just being like, I don't even want to imagine what they're spewing. It's just a big ass tree with tentacles, spores, and teeth. It has a mouth. For some reason, Nurgle's big transformation, like, you know how the Khornate dudes are kind of like, they look dog-like, or like Slaanesha's dudes are like crab-esque. All of Nurgle's dudes have like a weird thing with like growing another mouth. I don't know why, like on their gut.
Another mouth.
Yeah, big mouth. Bunch of sharp teeth. Rotting teeth. I don't know why. That's the main transformation for Nurgle. And a big ass horn usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason Nurgle's dudes just like, well, I mean, you've seen the photos. They look pretty gnarly looking. But yeah, so that's basically Nurgle's domain. It's just a place of like no mortal can really last in there, right? Without just immediately getting all manner of just horrendous disease and plague and sickness. And that's kind of the thing that sucks about fighting a Nurgle army. Like, forget fighting a faction that... The thing is Nurgle's dudes have a trait in the game called disgusting resilience.
Okay.
So they're very difficult to kill. I think in the game they have... I think they have an invul save, actually. Which is in like Age of Sigmar, which I don't think any other faction has. And I think they're all like a 2-up to save, even for like the lowliest thing. I think the elite dudes are like not 2-up to save. It's a 2 wound on like the lowliest demon, except the Nurglings. I think the Nurglings are 1. And everything else is like 3-up for wounds.
Dang.
Yeah,
so they're like
rough.
pretty tanky then.
They're tanky boys, and the thing that sucks, they have a gimmick on the tabletop that the longer they're on the table, the more like the plague starts to spread across the table and weaken your troops.
Like enemy troops or
Yeah, enemy troops. Like your guys, the Nurgle guys get stronger and the enemy gets weaker over time.
Dude, that sounds awful to fight.
Oh, it's rough. Actually, surprisingly, I did the best against the Nurgle army back in the day with the Seraphim army, because Seraphim back in the day were anti-chaos. But if I didn't have that, yeah, it would have been a rough time, because I had like a +1 wound on everything. But yeah, Nurgle's dudes, I mean, Nurgle, the Death Guard on like the Space Marine side of things in 40k, they used to be top tier. Now they're like, I think mid, but oh, brother. They used to wreck shop. And Nurgle dudes on Age of Sigmar now, they still are, they're nasty, they're mean. One of their dudes can literally steal your weapon if he rolls high enough.
Mm.
So I was like fighting against their general, and he stole my Seraphim Lord's spear. And I was just like, well, I can't get that back until I kill this asshole. And my guy's getting weaker as he gets stronger.
That sounds so annoying.
Yeah, so and that's kind of the thing is like in all the descriptions is being like, imagine fighting an army that as you go, just, you know, you just slowly feel all the heat and the weight just like slowly weighing down of you and just being like, I think I'm starting to get a fever, guys. I get a little lightheaded. Does anyone have any water?
Yeah, no. I don't even know what to say. It sounds broken to fight these guys.
It sucks. Yeah, it's just rough. And Nurgle also has a special. So one thing too is all the Chaos Gods have a special number. I think Nurgle's special number is 7. I gotta look it up real quick. Actually, give me 1 second.
Lucky number 7 for Poppy Nurgs.
Let's have a look.
That's how many ingredients he puts in one soup.
Yeah, right.
7.
Oh, I was right. It is the number 7. So yeah, anytime it's a thing of like something hits the number 7, being like, yep, all the Nurgle guys, they get buffed up now even more. Being like, we've spread 7 plagues, we've destroyed 7 battalions, we've, you know, burned 7 houses or whatever, conquered 7 realms, like, and if I'm there, it's being a thing of being like, all the Nurgle dudes just get soup. They get that soup. They get that tasty broth, man.
Wait, is that like in the lore, or is that in the tabletop you're talking about?
in the lore, but I think there's a thing in the tabletop too that like if you do lucky number 7 of something, then you get a boost for a dude.
So if I like kill 7 dudes, I'm a Nurgling. I get like buffed or something.
Well, it translates different for every chaos god. I know for Khorne, if you roll if you're fighting Khorne and you roll an 8 because 8 is the magic number of Khorne, your caster takes damage.
That sucks.
It is rough. I've seen Slan get wiped off the map from that rule, dude. It's insane.
Dude, it's such like a high probable number too to roll.
I know, like unmodified 8 and just being like, yeah, he just gets shit rocked. That's it.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. It pays off to play as Chaos on the tabletop. I mean, Zeech doesn't even play like any other faction, to be honest. We'll cover him another time, but he has like a completely different rule set because everything has magic of some form or another.
So,
Nurgle. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the Zeechian dudes.
No, I know. But I'm just saying Nurgle.
Keep with Nurgle.
Has anyone ventured into the Nurgle domain? Like any hero or anything?
I mean, I'm sure plenty of Chaos champions go there and they come back as aspiring champions of our favorite grandpa. You know?
No, I don't mean like that.
Like good guys.
Has anyone like tried to to try to kill this dude?
Yeah, I don't think in fantasy. I know in 40k, Rabute Gilliman went in there and he did something that he burnt down a section of the garden and it hurt Nurgle. And then Nurgle blamed Mortarion. But I don't know about fantasy, to be honest. I don't think it's been like a recorded thing. A lot of the stuff of like a champion, a hero going in and destroying something for Chaos is usually 40k related, which kind of makes sense because the only... Tehanuan must have at one point the lizard skink dude who like snuck around the Chaos realm. But yeah, nothing is like solidly recorded. To the best of my knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I guess it makes sense for fantasy, right? Because you're just a normal dude. You step foot in that garden, you're just done. Yeah,
exactly. Like the best you can get is Gotrek, who is pretty much written to be unkillable. He's the strongest character in the tabletop right now, actually. Like stronger than Archaon. Yeah.
No
he's
okay.
Very expensive, and I guess there was a tournament or something where they were like, all right, let's do the stats to see who comes out as like the top champion. And surprisingly, it was Gotrek. Yeah, so right now, Order has the strongest hero right now. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing about being a Nurgle worshiper, and that's Grandpa's garden. That's his realm. We haven't really talked about the chaos, the demons of Nurgle, though, at this point.
No, what are the demons of Nurgle?
So the thing is that the demons of Nurgle, whenever they come onto the material realm, they're actually surprisingly playful with the mortals because they don't comprehend what they're doing to people. They are like jovial and playful in the way that like a dog might be.
Oh, yes, I do know about this, actually.
Yeah, like the only group that I think is actively going out of their way to kill things are the plague bearers, which are those like one-eyed dudes with like the horns and the distended torso and all that stuff, the gut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've seen those dudes. Those are the only troops that I think are actively going out of their way to kill things and spread the disease onto people. And one thing that sucks about fighting, this goes for the mortal worshippers as well, is that, well, they're all carrying Nurgle weaponry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of these weapons, as rusty and gross and rotted as they look, they're covered with just every manner of disease, obviously. So it's like, it doesn't matter if a Nurgle guy doesn't kill you, if he scratches you with his nails, his sword, whatever it may be, there's a good chance that you're going to be infected with a horrible, whatever it might be.
So you got to like wear full plate armor while fighting these guys.
Yeah, you got and pray that armor doesn't rust.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude,
yeah, this sucks.
everything about this sucks with fighting Nurgle. It's just, the chips are not in your favor at any
How do
point.
you kill these guys?
Yeah, usually you don't. Like I said, disgusting resilience. The one good thing about fighting a Nurgle army, like, all right, this is probably how the dwarfs won. Because during the Great Catastrophe, they were dealing with Nurgle primarily, right?
Lovely.
Yeah, exactly. If one faction can deal
Lucky
with the
them.
plague of Nurgle, though, it's probably the dwarfs. Like, I don't know if there's a worse faction for Nurgle to fight. Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they just use their like fire cannons or something like that?
Yeah, the thing is that Nurgle dudes are extremely slow because they're all distended looking and like have all manner of plague that's like slowing them down, or they're like
Yeah,
the
they're
great
like
unclean
zombies.
ones. Yeah, they're like zombies, or they're like the great unclean ones where they're like, 50 feet tall and 20,000 pounds, right? So they're just lumbering onto the battlefield. So fortunately, if you're a faction like the dwarfs or even the elves, you can just take fire from a distance. Just take pot shots and hopefully you can drop them. But, the thing is that you'll shoot like 50 arrows and just be like, oh my God, how are they not going down? What is happening?
That's brutal.
Yeah, because disgusting resilience. Gotta love it. So you gotta take them out from a distance. Make sure they don't get into close quarters, because otherwise you're screwed. But Nurgle also has his fair share of dudes who are just like throwing disease balls at you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got these guys called plague drones, which imagine. Cabs, how do you feel about wasps?
Sorry, you kind of cut out there. What'd you say?
How do you feel about wasps?
Wasp, like the bees.
Yeah. How do you feel about those things?
I mean, they're annoying, but they're nothing too crazy. Why?
How would you feel about one that's about 15 feet long?
Oh no. Why?
Because that is basically one of Nurgle's top flying enemies, which is these giant wasps of pestilence called plague drones, which also tend to have a plague bearer riding on top of them that will be throwing little shrunken heads that are basically disease grenades.
Dude, this sucks. How does one even why would you? Bro, you just see a Nurgle army approaching. You just abandon the city at that point. You just move on.
Abandon the
It's
city
lost.
or convert.
I'm not converting. I'm just running.
Yeah, you're too Zechian pilled for that, being like, nah, I can't do this. I can't just let myself be one with the rot. And I'm just like looking at it going like, nah, man, I can't run any further. Grandpa, take me.
Yeah, I don't know what Chaos God I would choose. I mean, if I was a dying, sick peasant, I would choose Nurgle.
Yes,
I
exactly.
understand.
Yeah. It's a thing that we all understand at the
Yeah.
end of the day, how you go to Nurgle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know which Chaos God I would worship personally.
I feel you would go.
want to do Zeech because I feel like Zeech would just I would just get used and tossed aside. I don't like it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's one thing, actually, is that a lot of Nurgle worshippers believe that big old Grandpa Nurgle is the only god that really cares about his followers. And to some extent, he is, actually. Like, if a Nurgle worshipper or a demon dies, he is saddened by it.
Yes, that's his creation.
Yeah, it's his baby.
He's a creator.
He is a creator,
Honestly,
yeah.
Yeah, Nurgle's an innovator, imagine one of your inventions just blow up. You'd be sad.
It's weird, though, because it's also this thing of, you literally design this thing with a bomb on it. And you're like, oh, I can't believe it went off. It's like, bro, you made it that way.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. So that's kind of the weird thing about when you think about Nurgle logic being like, okay, yeah, whatever works for you, man. But yeah, a lot of the guys are, this is great. Grandpa loves me. I get all my soup.
My Nurgle soup.
All my Nurgle soup. And it is literally a thing of he's just making it in a big ass cauldron. That's how he's depicted, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite things actually is that the orcs actually tend to follow Nurgle by accident. Because generally the orcs will come across like a temple or something and see like engravings of Nurgle, and they see a giant green man. And they're like, oh, it's Gork or Mork.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so that's how like it's not common, obviously. Like compared to like Khorne, there's a lot more Khorne orcs than there are Nurgle, and I mean there's very few Khorne orcs. But if there's an orc that converts to Nurgle, that is usually how it is. It's being like, look at that green thing. It's gonna be Gork.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, never underestimate the orcs to just misinterpret shit and end up following a chaos god by accident. And Nurgle,
so where does Nurgle get most of his followers from? Actually, like I feel like it's the humans, right?
Yeah, it's the Empire. Yeah, because the dwarfs are too stubborn to convert to. Well, there's literally chaos dwarfs, and they don't even worship a greater chaos god. And the elves are like all about Slaanesh, right? Like the dark elves, they'd be like, ew, ew.
Yeah, no, I figured it'd be the humans because they have the roughest time, right?
Yeah, they have a shitty time. Oh, there's also beastmen that fucking deal with this shit, dude.
Yeah, but beastmen are unaligned, right?
Well, on basis, but there's beastmen that will turn to Nurgle. They're called pestigors.
Oh, I need to search that out. That sounds terrible. What the heck is a pestigor?
It's a stinky-ass cow.
Let me see what this looks like. I see a picture. Oh, dude.
Yeah. Hey, you want some milk, buddy? I'm in the fresh milking season.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's already gone bad.
They were blessed since birth by Nurgle. That's what the wiki says.
Is that what it says?
Guys.
Oh, what lucky lads. They were born with like lung rot and boils for eyes. What lucky lads.
Yeah, they were just corrupted by the wrong chaos. I mean, sorry, the right chaos. The right chaos.
Yes, the right one. The one that we all I was gonna say should strive for, but I don't know about that.
For this episode, I hope you didn't take a shower for at least a week.
Oh, of course not, dude. I'm fresh from work, so I reek of I reek of concrete and like cut metal right now. All right.
The Papa Nurgle would be proud.
Oh, Papa Nurgle's so proud of me. The amount of shit in my hair right now, I look like I'm out of the coal mines.
You're making me jealous.
I know, right? You just want that sauce, that Nurgle gabagool.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of this thing that I looked at and I was like, you've been asking me for the longest time, being like, how does one convert to Nurgle? This is how, brother. Because being like, oh, a pestigor comes over the horizon and like, squirts like freaking ooze out of its udder at you and like just corrupts you with disease, and you're like, oh god, bring me to Nurgle.
Yeah, like you have no choice. You're strong-armed into it. No, that makes sense. And if you're not strong-armed into it, it's like a last resort. That's what I feel like, right?
Yeah, like the other Chaos Gods don't feel like they're... I mean, Slaanesh is not a last resort at all. It's pretty much...
Slaanesh is a choice.
It's definitely a choice. Yeah, there's no like... Oh no!
Slaanesh...
I was strong-armed in the gooning. Oh.
Slaanesh, Khorne, and Tzeentch, I think, are all choices. Tzeentch, you want a lot of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Khorne, you're a bloodthirsty psychopath.
And sometimes you can get strong-armed. Occasionally.
Oh, maybe, I guess. Maybe when we cover Khorne, you can explain that.
Khorne is just built on resentment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Nurgle's just like, you just have no choice. It's either sit here and have a lung rot and die.
Yeah.
Or go happily into Grandpa Nurgle's arms as he embraces you for a warm hug.
Yeah, like get recipes, get ingredients ready for the soup. It's time to make soup.
But like you said, at least on the bright side, he does care about his followers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And one thing too
you
is
are
that
a creation.
Yeah. Oh, that's one thing is that the weird part about Nurgle when he isn't like just, corrupting a single individual, if he wants to corrupt an entire society, say, right, like a chaos tribe, the thing is that it was a 40K story, again, because there's a lot of good 40K stories for just stuff like this, right? But there was a 40K lore where it was like a god that was bringing fertility and all of this beautiful stuff. Like he was bringing forth a fertile land for these people, and the people were grateful and, giving their blessings and all this stuff and worshiping. The thing was that eventually, like, the rain stopped and all of the crops just like went to shit, and the whole planet was dealing with a famine. So obviously they were like, please bring it back. We'll do anything. And he was like, anything? Okay. And then from there, like a warp gate opened, and then like a great unclean one just corrupted the planet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how it usually works if he's being more tricksy asshole. A little more Zechian. But that's not too common.
Yeah, like I guess it's kind of like similar to the story of the doctor, right? Where he's just like, "Please help me, I'll do anything," and then Nurgle's like, "I hear you, child."
Yeah, come to me. So yeah, I mean, that's a majority of the stories with Nurgle. You get the idea, you get the premise.
I do. And,
yeah. I guess, I don't know, do you have any other questions regarding Nurgle? Like, did I cover the army really? Well, I mean, I kind of discovered it, I kind of explained it as like they're big lumbering dudes that you do not want to get into melee with.
Yeah, you're just done so.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if you're Khorne, dude. Like, you're going to have a rough time.
Yeah, they're impossible. They're like zombies that are like, just don't die when you cut off the heads.
Pretty much, yeah. And the dudes, like, I mean, the champions are even worse,
Ugh.
Just gets like shot.
I mean, it makes sense. It kind of goes with his whole thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Being like, oh, I got shot with a cannonball? I didn't even notice.
That's crazy.
Just keep going, man. Send in the troops.
Yeah,
send in the pox. Pain. Yeah. One thing too is like Nurgle has these things called plague toads. They're just big ass, weird looking demon frogs. There's not a lot really.
That's kind of cool.
You want? Yeah. I don't know if you want to have a look at them. If you want to look it up real quick, the Nurgle might have like the most limited demon roster in my opinion. To be honest,
these look fun. Actually,
they're pretty goofy looking, right? They're fun. Yeah. They're derpy. There's also
like little mini Nurgles.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you want to see one? Let's actually. Oh, I forgot this one. This is my favorite one, actually. Look up the Beast of Nurgle. This one's genuinely my favorite, though. I love this guy.
Oh, this is literally a mini Nurgle.
It's mini Nurgle, yeah. It's like Nurgle Jr. And like these dudes. So these dudes are the ones that actually like accidentally kill their prey by like hugging them, right? Or like sliding into them with their mass. Yeah,
they're very happy and stuff.
Yeah, they're jovial. They're leaving behind their ooze and stuff. I mean, most things is that like Nurgle has his demons have. He's got a lot of name characters. I mean, we covered that one dude. He was in the Smash or Pass. Epidemius, right? Remember that dude?
Oh, Smash. Yeah, Smash.
Yeah, Smash. Yeah, and we got all these other. We got a handful of other dudes who are basically just plague bearers that are just like mutated to look all weird and derpy. Yeah, I mean, hang on. Let me find one other dude I want to see if I can find. I don't know. It was a name character, but it's fine. I can't find him immediately, but yeah, they're goofy looking dudes, to be honest. The worst thing, honestly, dude, that I've ever seen. Have you ever seen clean Nurgle models?
Sorry? Yes, I have actually.
Yeah, okay, so you've seen the great clean one.
Yeah.
The giant evil like baby demon thing. Oh, it's so good. I love those. I need people to make more of those, please. It looks like Homer Simpson. Dude. And I guess do you have any other questions regarding Nurgle? Worshipping Nurgle, following Nurgle?
Not really.
No? In that case, let me leave you with this one last thing. It's a story about a Nurgle demon and how he became a greater Nurgle demon from a small Nurgling. So once there was a little Nurgling who was hanging out with Grandpa, hanging out on his shoulder, and he was watching Grandpa Nurgle create like the nastiest, meanest broth of soup that was ever made in history.
Wholesome.
It's so wholesome. It is a weirdly wholesome story in the wrong context. Because
he's making his plague.
Yeah, he's making
his grandpa.
Yeah, he's learning recipes and stuff. He's getting the family recipes. And eventually
with his grandpa.
He's this little Nurgling tripped and fell into the broth.
Oh, poor little guy. Little silly Nurgling.
Well, the thing was that the little Nurgling actually drank all the broth in the cauldron.
Oh, what a little fat Nurgling.
Well, he very quickly went from a little fat Nurgling to a big fat lord of decay and a great unclean one from ingesting this broth.
That's actually hilarious.
So out of this cauldron that just shat out this big ass demon, and Grandpa actually thought that it was hilarious. He thought it was the funniest, cutest thing ever.
Okay.
The thing was the Nurgling, in response, felt extraordinarily guilty about drinking Grandpa's soup. So from there,
as you would,
his new dedication in life was to create a plague so vile, so despicable, so corrupting that it could kill a chaos god itself. And this greater demon spends the rest of eternity just creating soup of his own to try to make up for drinking Grandpa's soup.
So where's this guy? Just in the corner cooking his own soup?
Yeah, he's basically being like, "You like my soup, Grandpa?" And it's like, "Yeah, no, you're doing a good job." He's like, "It's not good enough, though. It's not enough to make me."
Oh man, so like this guy's gonna surpass. They should make it that he surpasses Nurgle one day.
They really should. I think he's still in the tabletop, actually. This is a character by the name of Kugath, the Plague Father. And this is basically this character's lore. I don't think Kugath will get an episode of his own, to be honest. That's basically everything there.
Yeah, he's cooking all day. He's a master chef.
He's that master chef, man. He's got that. He's making that borscht. All right? That Nurgle borscht. All right. Well, on that note, shall I take us home?
Please do.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening to this episode. I hope it was a good one. I apologize if it got too gross for the audience at some points. It's hard not to with the stinky ass pestigores and all the gross just ness of Nurgle. But again, I hope you enjoyed. Please, as always, if you're not a sub already, please do consider becoming a subscriber. Please consider leaving a like. It does help the channel. It helps the algorithm just to help us get picked up and stuff. And yeah, please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything I missed, if there's something I need to cover in the future, or if you just have ideas of stuff you'd like us to cover. I can't promise it will get covered immediately, but I can promise it will at some point in time. I do read them. I enjoy reading them. And yeah, thank you all so much for the support. So until next time, take care.